Shalom. This is YAHAWAH at the GMS Dallas camp. First off, I want to give all praises to YAHAWASHI, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Salutations to the Yakim scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, keeping this word in truth and sincerity. I just want to go into this one scripture real quick. Just quick video. I saw a video of Apostle Tahar, going into one of his topics, and he had mentioned this verse, which caught my attention, because you got a lot of people out there, a lot of camps, a lot of different groups, who go around trying to break down certain scriptures, knowingly and unknowingly. They know that they know that they're either breaking them down wrong. They either know that they're breaking them down wrong, or they don't know that they're breaking them down wrong. And that's why the Apostle Peter spoke on that. In this epistle, which I'm about to read right now. In 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 16. As also in all his epistles, speaking in them of these things, and which are some things hard to be understood, right? Because there's a lot of stuff, a lot of, words and a lot of phrases and sentences and paragraphs and chapters in this book, the scriptures, that are really hard to understand. You can't just read it and try and figure it out. Try and break it down on your own. You're either gonna break it down wrong, you're either gonna break it down wrong and not get the understanding, or break it down wrong and lead people astray, because that's what these camps are ultimately doing. They're breaking down these scriptures to people who don't know, confusing them, thinking, oh yeah, that makes sense. Not knowing that they're breaking them down wrong and leading them to their own destruction. That's why these people, these other camps, these other guys thinking they know something just because they think that they know something. They're gonna be destroyed along with the people that they led astray. For going off. Continuing on this verse, as also in all his epistles, speaking in them of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood, which they that are unlearned and unstable wrest or wrestle, as they do also the other scriptures unto their own destruction. They wrestle with these scriptures. They have they don't. The Most High is not supping with them. Not giving them the understanding. So they have it's hard for them to understand, to the point where they never get it, like it says in Isaiah chapter 6, like, how long, Lord, when he said make the ear of this people fat, and Isaiah asked him, how long, Lord, and then the Most High replied, until the cities be laid waste, pretty much. They're not gonna get it until his Most High comes back and destroys this place. They're gonna have to be destroyed on this side, and then once they come back, then they'll have that understanding. But for right now, the Most High has put that block on them. And continuing on this, ye therefore, beloved, seeing ye know these things before, beware lest ye also, being led away with the error of the wicked, fall from your own steadfastness. So we having that wisdom and understanding, we gotta be I guess prudent, to and aware of all of these things, that all these different breakdowns and all these different people going around teaching different things. We gotta be steadfast in this truth and this wisdom that is the truth. We got to be careful with what I guess what we discern to be the truth. That's why we have the apostles and elders of GMS, breaking down these things correctly to us. We don't, we gotta watch out for these, these other wicked men going around pushing these different doctrines. We've had many of other brothers or so-called brothers, that fell out this truth, believing in some other bullshit, which reminds me of a scripture in Colossians. Colossians chapter 2 verse 8: beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of man, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Mashiach. You gotta watch out for those things, man, because other men will spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the ways of this world, and as people who do understand and have that understanding, who the Most High is supping with, we gotta watch out for those things. That's why we have teachers to teach us the correct breakdowns. You can't just go around and think, oh, okay, I got this. This is what it means. Just going off on your own. You're going off. And ultimately, the Most High is not supping with these other people, man. He's blocked that understanding and giving them that reprobate mind. And just so brothers can know, to watch out for what they listen to, for what, for other people who really don't, who are searching for something, who believe in a higher power and searching for truth. You just got to be you can't just be going around listening to anybody thinking, oh, I believe there's a little truth in what everybody says, there's only one group of men, according to the scriptures, the elect, who are going to have this truth, and you got to, and ultimately that's what a lot of Israelites are looking for, looking for answers, looking for the truth. Some might find it, the elect, and and then the others might find something else that's total bullshit, but that's pretty much all I wanted to get into with that. Shalom.